Hello, everybody. Welcome to Astrology for Mystics. I'm your host, intuitive astrologer Jennifer Jennings. Thank you so much for joining me today as we are going to discuss Astraea. The asteroid Astraea was discovered on December 8th, 1845, by German astronomer Karl Hencke. Astraea is named after the Greek goddess of justice, symbolized by the balanced scales. Her scales of justice became the constellation of Libra, while she herself is the constellation of Virgo. The name Astraea comes from the Greek word aster, which means star, hence why she is also called the Star Maiden. The concept of a star is linked to its burning quality. The word astra comes from Sanskrit, which means weapon, a weapon that is thrown like a missile, a bolt, an arrow. Astraea's Greek story positions her living during the Golden Age when she blessed men. During this time period, Chiron, Jason and the Argonauts, the Trojan War, is also depicted. She is said to be the last of the Immortals to withdraw from Earth and was turned into the constellation of Virgo by Zeus at the end of the Silver Age when the gods fled to Olympus. When the Silver Age begins, most of the gods had returned to heaven, but Justice, aka Astraea, is still on Earth. Not that she was pleased to stay, as she condemned men of the Silver Age and yearned for the ways of the men of old. In Greek mythology, the Silver Age ended when Zeus killed many people for their lack of appreciation for the gods. This particular event is sometimes associated with the year 1628 BC. In astrology, Astraea's glyph resembles a percentage sign, and in astronomy, her symbol is an encircled 5. In a way, Astraea reminds me of harmonics that resonate in the cosmos. And the reason being is because in Western music, there's something called the circle of fifths that was developed in the 17th century as a way of organizing and memorizing 12 chromatic pitches, the 12 repeating notes on a piano. Anyway, in Greek mythology, Astraea's father was Astraeus, the Titan god of stars, planets, and astrology. He was the husband of Eos, the goddess of dawn. Zeus was the father of Dike, the goddess of justice and law, and sometimes Dike is considered to be Astraea. She is associated with Astraea as well, and Libra. Astraea, though, is usually depicted carrying the thunderbolt of Zeus, representing divine justice. Because she holds the thunderbolt of Zeus, she has been associated with solar events, weather events, and atmospheric conditions. In astrology, Astraea denotes integration and wholeness. Her idealism relates to divine order, and she doesn't sit comfortably in the real world. She brings things together and she also breaks them apart. She can manifest in the concentration of energy that is involved in splitting atoms apart. She relates to the cellular, atomic, and subatomic planes. When she was discovered in 1845, she was at a 5 degree in the sign of Gemini. The event chart patterns a bowl with the leading planet, the Sagittarius sun. In astrology, a bowl chart pattern occurs when planets are located in one half of a chart or within 180 degrees of one another. This pattern is said to create a strong sense of purpose and drive. Characteristics of a bowl chart comes with keywords like containment, focus, sense of purpose, activist, selfless. The challenges for this type of chart pattern is integration. integration of the opposing hemisphere, which is why she is said to promote an energy, whereas one needs to change their mind. The bowl chart in a negative light can also create a feeling that something is missing. Right after Astraea was discovered in December of 1845, the Great Fire of Bridgeport, Connecticut occurred. The fire and explosion took place on December 12th, 1845, and it destroyed 49 buildings. The flames quickly spread due to high winds, and huge barrels of molasses exploded, setting aflame the West India brig that had brought them to Bridgeport. A couple of weeks later, after Astraea was discovered, ether first was used in childbirth. Dr. Crawford Long administered ether to his wife during delivery on December 27th, 1845. And this chemical compound, this anesthetic to alleviate pain during childbirth, is no longer used because it's flammable. Astraea came into Sag on January 12th, 2025. Prior to that, Astraea was in Sag on December 20th, 2020. You can go back to that time period and you can see exactly what was taking place. Just like we can see what was taking place in January of 2025 when Astraea came into Sagittarius. We saw destructive wildfires, collisions in midair. We are continuously seeing collisions in the air. We have also noted many other crashes, like the tour bus that was carrying dozens of people that burst into flames after being hit by a truck. This type of energy should be expected at least until November, when Astraea moves out of Sagittarius into Capricorn. Astraea in Sagittarius shows not only combustion with travel, but also with religion, with those who are religious. Sagittarius not only symbolizes religion and travel and long travels, flight, but also immigration. And all you have to do is look at the Pope. Look at the Pope right now. Headlines are reading, Pope Francis rebukes Trump's mass deportation. The Pope has stated that what is built on the basis of force and not on the truth about equality and the equal dignity of each human being begins badly and will end badly. Astraea has come back into Sagittarius to not only check in with our belief systems, our ideals, but also with the blood. Sagittarius represents the blood as well, our genome, the RNA, mRNA, everything having to do with truth about the sun, about the blood, is critical right now, just as is flying and long travels. So be mindful. Each glyph in astrology represents a behavior. And the behavior of Astraea isn't pretty. There is definitely a divine justice with Astraea. I hope you guys have learned a little bit of something about Astraea and the ways in which she expresses herself in the outer world. Just last week, Astraea was opposing my Vesta in Gemini. And I had this feeling that as I was traveling with this opposition, a wreck would take place. I'm here to say that the wreck did not take place, but I'm also here to say that a head-on collision was avoided, and it was a very close call. At the end of the day, we have to have faith in fate and know that we didn't come here scared. We came to liberate, however that looks or feels in the outer world. Please comment below where Astraea is in your chart, and let's talk about it. And if you'd like a personal read, please visit my Stan store. The link is in my bio. Until next time, peace out.